Let's now take a look at an exclusive segment of the press junket for Disney's new movie Soul. The animated fantasy comedy drama film is produced by Pixar Animation Studios and is released by Walt Disney Pictures with director Pete Docter and co-director Kemp Powers. The story follows a middle school music teacher who seeks to be reunited with his soul and his body after they are accidentally separated just before his big break as a jazz musician. This is the first Pixar film to feature an African-American protagonist. The film stars the voices of Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, Angela Bassett, and Felicia Rashad. The virtual press junket saw these stars on the essence of the movie and its appeal to all the communities. Here is the story.
What is this place?
What's your name, honey?
I'm Joe. I teach middle school band. Got it, go for it! Today started out as the best day of my life.
Back here tonight, first show's at 7.
Yes! Woohoo! You know what that's gonna say? Joe Gardner. I did it, I got the gig.
Soul is a beautiful story about appreciating the simple joys of life, and also about finding your spark, that which excites you, gets you up in the morning, and those things that you want to pursue in life. So special because it's what makes it special. Pixar does it like, none other. They take it just seemingly a very simple premise, expand it out into this great big universe, and then bring it back down, and it resonates in individual hearts and lives. And you're moved, you're warm, you get something, you're reminded. It's as if those lessons that mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers tried to teach us, to love ourselves, to love our neighbor. Anything is possible. You can do it. Get back up again. Stay focused. All those wonderful, lessons that we eschew, and then somehow they got in there. They got in there. So this one is just about just loving you, being you, and don't take for granted a warm breeze on your face. Don't take for granted the big things and opportunities or the small things. The whole of life is made up of the both.
Must have been sudden for you.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Help! I'm not done! Oh my goodness!
How would I describe the story of Soul? The story of Soul is a animated journey of Joe Gardner, who is a ex-jazz musician who is turned to a high school music teacher whose dream is still burning, his passion is still burning, that one day he'll have that opportunity to become an incredible jazz musician. When he gets that opportunity, things go a little awry. And in Pixar and Disney fashion, we go on a journey of finding out where souls come from. And if you think about it, soul is in everything of our life. Who's your soulmate? Soul food. Soul Train. But this is that wonderful journey of finding out the origin of soul. The relationship between Joe and the new Soul 22 is almost mirroring what Joe was doing back on Earth. He was teaching. He was giving kids a reason to live, a reason to play music, a reason to laugh, a reason to have joy. So that's what he took. His special skill set was not just his music, but his ability to empower. And that's what he's doing with 22. He's empowering 22, giving 22 an opportunity to understand that life is worth living.
Huh? Is this heaven?
No, it's the great before. This is where new souls get their personalities, quirks, and interests before they go to Earth.
Meet 22.
I don't want to go to Earth.
Stop fighting this.
I don't want to. Hey, look, I already know everything about Earth, and I don't want anything to do with it.
You're missing out on the joys of life, like pizza. I can't smell. We can't taste either?
All that stuff is in your body.
No smell, no taste.
Or touch. See?
Okay, I get it.
The film kind of, the origin of this film really started by thinking about my own kids and wondering how was it that when the moment they were born, we could already tell kind of aspects of what made them unique and specific. Obviously, we didn't know everything until they grew older, but there were definitely things in there like personality attributes that we're all born with. And I know, like, my sisters and I have the same parents. We grew up in the same house. We're very different from each other. How is that? Where does that come from? So we just started thinking around about what makes us who we are. Where did those things get baked in? And we came up with this idea of the great before, a place where our souls were given all those aspects, and went from there. Like all the characters that we have created, the actors bring so much to the role. In the case of Jamie Foxx has amazing dramatic acting ability, comedic chops. He's a great musician. He has this passion and energy. All of those really brought Joe to life. In the case of 22, Tina Fey has this very witty, semi-snarky ability to just kind of cut through anything you want and just skewer it a little bit. She's incredibly smart. And so she not only voiced the character, does a great job in her acting, but also helped to write the film as well. And it was a dream come true to be able to work with her on that.
Soul is a story of a man's journey to discovering his purpose and what happens along the way. I wanted to take part in this project because it's a Pixar animated feature, and I knew it would be good. Soul is special to me because there's a very personal aspect of this film for me, and it has to do with artists being told by people with good intentions, that's very nice that you can do that, but you have to have something to fall back on. Now, you really need to think about your financial security. There's really no job security in any of this that you're talking about. It really isn't practical. Not understanding that artists are creating art because it's in us to do. It's who we are. It is as integral to our being as breathing is to life. So whether, you're fortunate enough as an artist to be able to earn a living doing what you love, or whether it's something that you'll have to do in tandem with something else so that you can live in the material world, still it has great meaning for us in life. And it would be kind of nice if people understood that a little more.
I would describe the story of Soul as the story of a man named Joe Gardner who thinks his life is on one track and then is surprisingly derailed from that track and has to learn what his real purpose is in life. I wanted to be part of this project because I am a longtime fan of Pixar, and I was so excited to hear this specific story idea and to be a part of this cast, to get to work with Jamie and Felicia and Angela and Questlove. I was incredibly honored. To me, Joe Gardner is like a lot of us. He's someone who's living day to day and thinking that if he could just achieve this one thing that he's always wanted to do, then his life will really start. But his life has actually been happening this whole time. People should watch Soul on Christmas Day. because I think it's a perfect movie to remind us of how lucky we are to be alive, how beautiful life is. It's a time when we're all together, and we may not all be physically together in the way we're used to this year. And I think it'll be a great way to connect with family, to have this shared experience of this movie.
Wow, it's my life.
Is all this living really worth dying for? You're still alive?
Can you help me get back?
No way!
There I am. What are we waiting for?
Wait, not me!